Compound interest. Compound interest is an application of exponential growth and exponential decay. Usually if we're talking about interest, we prefer this to be growth because we're talking about money, and it's typically money that you're going to put in a bank, or money you're going to put in a savings account, or money you're going to put in the stock market, and you're going to earn interest on your money, and you always want your money to be going up in value. So compound interest is the interest earned on the principal and on previously earned interest. The balance y of an account earning compound interest can be modeled by this function. So y equals p, which they're telling you is the initial amount of money you put in, times 1 plus r over n. R is your annual interest rate written as a decimal. N is the number of times the interest is compounded per year. So what that means is if it's compounded quarterly, we're going to compound it each quarter, and there's 4 quarters in a year, so then the number n would be a 4. Okay, you can compound quarterly, which is 4. You can compound annually, which is 1. You can compound biannually, or actually I think it's semi-annually, which is 2. You can compound monthly, which is 12. All words that'll be coming up here. And then we're going to take that whole thing and we're going to raise it to the power of nt. Okay, so n is once again the same number, and then t is your time in years. Example 4. You deposit $100 in a savings account that earns 6% annual interest compounded monthly. Write a function that represents the balance after t years. So what this is going to look like, we have y equals p times 1 plus r over n to the nt. Now we're going to need a p, we're going to need an r, we're going to need an n, and we're going to need a t. Now t, I can tell you because it says the balance after t years is just going to be t because we don't know, that's our variable. P is your principal amount. It's the amount of money you're going to put into this savings account when you start saving money, and they told you you're going to put in $100. Now, R is your interest. How much interest is the bank going to pay you for putting your money in their account? Well, they're going to pay you 6%. But it says it has to be written as a decimal, so divide that by 100, and really we're going to use 0.06. Now, n is the amount of times per year that they're going to pay you interest on your money. And they specifically said that we're going to compound this monthly. So how many months are in a year? There are 12 months in a year. So when they say compounded monthly, our n is going to be 12. So after the first month, they look at how much money you have in the bank account, and they pay you interest on your money. After the second month, they look at how much money you have, including your money and the interest, and they pay you more, etc., etc., etc. So if we want to write out this function, we have y equals p is 100, 1 plus r we're writing as 0.06 over n, which is 12, to the power of 12 times t. Okay, that is 12 times t, and it is all one exponent. Now, for the sake of them wanting a function, that's your function. I know some teachers like to simplify this and get one big decimal out of it. I prefer you don't. That way we know exactly what the 1 plus is, exactly what the rate is, exactly what the compounding is. I really prefer you don't simplify this and you leave it like that.